So we're coming out for our morning walk.
Your first morning walk, Angela.
All right then.
I'm trying to get back into shape again.
Yeah, you know, when we moved to Portugal 3 years, 8 months ago, we thought we'd be really fit by now. And when we were doing the house renovation, we were fine, but we stopped it about a year ago and we just seem to have piled the weight on. So,
One day, yeah.
one day. So we're going to go for a nice walk.
Nice and cool.
Oh, I have to stop because the church is big. So we're just doing a quick walk this morning down at the font, in out. Oh. Good morning. So we're just in Lule today. We've come down to Lule because we did actually make some wills. In Portugal, if you don't make a will and something happens to one of you, it naturally goes to their children. It's Portuguese law here. So what we've done, we did make some wills, but Ed fell out with the executor of his will, which was a family member. So apparently you don't need an executor, so we're going to have to redo the will. So it's going to cost €250. So that is going straight to the notary. You don't actually need a solicitor, you just need the notary. But you need 2 witnesses that can speak Portuguese and English. Oh gosh, just on Lule roundabout, look. So that's what we're doing. So we've got an appointment next week. We're actually in the bank queue. Ed bought me a large beer, look. But we are in the queue for the bank, believe it or not. The queue is just so massive. We've got the ticket, so we've decided to come for a drink first while we're queuing. We've got the deposit for the house, which is 10%. It's gone into Ed's bank account and he's a bit worried. So he just thinks, let's just have one joint bank account. So that's what we're going to do. We'll have one joint bank account, hopefully, because bank accounts over here as well still cost money. I think they're about €6 a month. So I'm going to close my bank account and hopefully just have one joint bank account. That's the plan. And then hopefully this afternoon we're going to go to Silves Council and we're going to see what we can actually do with that land. I think it's rustic land. We want to see if we can extend the ruin and if we can get habitational licence for that ruin. And a strange thing this morning, we never go for a walk at 9 o'clock, but Abe wanted to go for a walk at 9 o'clock, so I said, oh, right, well, I'll go with him. And we met this woman and she was just so helpful, and she did mention about the wills, and she gave us information on she'd had a borehole put in and who to contact, her solicitors, and also an architect in Silves, and that new house comes under Silves Council. I'm a big believer in meant to be, and I think just going for a walk and meeting her was another meant to be. So we are really interested in that land. It does tick an awful lot of boxes for us, but we have to find out if it's got water. That's the main thing, because there's no point land not having water. Nobody's lived in it for about 25 years, so we have got to find if the borehole works. It has got a borehole, but we don't know if there's any water there. So we'll probably put an offer in and then say it's subject to finding water on the land, which obviously is going to cost us money.
And also, if we can, subject to planning permission for altering the dwelling into a legal property. But you have to go for an architect.
You mean the ruin?
The ruin, yeah, and extending the original habitational house as well.
Yeah. But the thing is that if we can't extend the ruin, it's still 40 square metres. So it's like if anybody comes over, you can have it as a bathroom, decent-sized bedroom, and even a kitchenette. It's not a deal breaker, isn't that? So I'll just give you a little update of what's happened today. We went back to the land, and it was really funny because Eb was just on the way out this evening, and an architect friend, neighbour that lives in Alts, popped round to the house, and he just clarified a few things that we wanted to do. Would we have to go down the architect route, or should we just not? And his advice was, because of what we needed to do to the second property, the ruin, he said, just don't bother. He said, just put a roof on it, basically. So that made us feel better. Belle's just nicking a chocolate out of the box. But naughty. So anyway, we've put a cheeky offer in, and the cheeky offer is 140,000. It's up at 195,000, but obviously if you take estate agent fees off, that'd bring it down to 180,000. So that's 40,000 less, I know that. But it doesn't have any water on the land as such at the moment, and we would have to pay a lot of money to get some. It has a borehole, but it might need boring down more than what it actually is. The borehole at the moment's 90 metres down. So it could be the case that we have to go another 20 metres, it's going to cost more money. And the lady that we met this morning, she'd actually had a borehole in, and it cost her £15,000 to put a borehole in. And obviously the house needs doing up. You've got to put all electrics, plumbing, you need a septic tank. The land round it is agricultural, so that means that we can't put a swimming pool in, but we can put an over the top swimming pool in, and our friends have got one, and it doesn't look as nice, but it does, you know, you can still swim in it. And also it does say on the plans that it's got a large patio area, but I think that's the footprint. So we can put a nice veranda on it. And we could, I think we could, if we did go down the architect's route, is actually join the two houses up. But that would cost an awful lot of money. Anyway, so we just need to know. We'll keep you updated on if they do accept this offer. I don't think they will, and they'll press for more money, but we're going to keep you updated and see if we can settle on a price. So that's the update anyway of the land in the Algarve. So we'll let you know what happens.